Don't be going for a tea break, folks, because this guy usually gets things done in quick fashion. And Barry Jones, it could just take you longer to describe the family reunion that took place this week that has uber super motivated Bekdash even more.
Yeah, of course, you saw him just look over at his mother and his dad there, who hasn't seen for 13 years at the ringside here, give him a little smile and sort of showing her the mood. This might not last. That's a good right hand there and a left hand there from Bekdash.
Yeah, already starting to land the big shots. There's a straight left, gets through from Bekdash. And as soon as he hurts his opponents, he tends to step on them. But actually, a nice, relatively composed start. He has been quite ultra aggressive in his last couple of stoppage wins, just battling through opponents in a first round a couple of times. But as Barry said, his mother Abir, his father Malik, they are ringside tonight. They were reunited, seeing each other for the first time in 13 years earlier on this week, and it's the first time that they've actually seen him fight live.
Jongo's trying to throw with him. I don't think that's the right idea, though. A bit of a mistake. But Bekdash staying nice and calm here, just not as reckless as he was in his last outing when he knocked the guy on the floor, then continued to hit him while he was still down.
That was back in September, yeah. Bekdash was saying a couple of days ago at the weigh-in to us that he felt superhuman this week. Well, he's kind of looked superhuman with all those knockouts previously. And there he landed a left hook. Partially, that was glanced off the glove defensively from Jongo.
He hasn't been able to hit the target really clean yet, has he? Yeah, Bekdash.
Jongo with the right hand of his own, a clubbing shot.
Better work there from Bekdash, just working that body, trying to drop those hands.
Shake of the head. Shake of the head there from Jongo. Yeah, there's a couple of really wicked clubbing right hooks to the body there from Bekdash.
Clubbing there. There's a shot there right through the middle for him, and he's just not seeing it here, Bekdash.
Trying to dip into that shot, Bekdash. To be fair to Jongo, he's managed to keep his hands fairly tight, and he's kind of rolling and lolling in and out of range, protecting himself largely. And he's proved a difficult target in the first round. Elbows tight, gloves high. Let's take a look back on some of the shots from the first round. Bekdash wasn't able to land with anything particularly clean. How much of that was down to Jongo, Barry? How much of that was down to Bekdash?
Yeah, a little bit of both, I feel, Alex. So I think Jongo didn't keep his hands up really high, but also Bekdash wasn't really using much variety in his work. He's just looking to club away. So I think, if he can just sort of just take a little step to the side, work behind the jab rather than just swinging shots all the time, that would just prise open that defense for a cleaner shot.
The music's thumping. Absolutely thumping here in between rounds. Great atmosphere and such an international flavour with boxers from all around the globe in action tonight. Here we go then, into round two. Not many of Bekdash's opponents have enjoyed that luxury in recent years. And Jongo circling to his right. Whether that's going to put him in danger of the left hand remains to be seen. Oh, that's a huge shot again. Jongo shrugs it off, says it didn't bother him, but that was a right hook that seemed to get through.
I did think it's just skimmed across the target, but it was still a good shot there from Bekdash. He lacks the acceleration and pace in his work, Bekdash. So they're thudding shots, heavy shots, maybe lack a little bit of speed. I'll tell you what, if you can't make a dent in Jongo, he might be in trouble here.
Well, he's come to have a go, Jongo, hasn't he? Got through with a shot of his own. There's a nice stabbing left from Bekdash to the body.
Coming in with the head there, Jongo. But full of confidence now. Now he feels like he's taking Bekdash's best shot. He feels like he can start walking forward here.
And I suppose if you've never had to go beyond the second round for a few years, you never quite know what the tank's going to do with Bekdash.
Especially when you're loading up on all your shots like he does, really putting all the weight behind him, which of course he's going to because he has that power. But
2017, the last time he went any kind of distance, that was a 6-round affair. No, 6 rounds in 2016 and then a 4-rounder on debut. The only time he's ever had the final bell.
Good jab there from Jongo.
I suppose the flip side of the feeling superhuman, seeing his family, there's a lot of emotional tie-up in this week for Bekdash. Just the possibility he's used up some energy and all that.
Yeah, but I just think he's the guy who takes a really good shot and is not overawed. Gets a good shot there from Bekdash. He's going to have to work for this win. In his last contest, he didn't have to. The guy crumbled very quickly.
He's up against a guy who's probably more his weight. They weighed in at 207 pounds, 201, so there wasn't that much to choose between them.
That's better from him there. Just start breaking that body down, maybe. Just working beyond the jab, not just studying his big shots in.
Well, looks like we might just have a 3rd round for the first time in a long, long time for Mohammad Bekdash.
That's a nice left hand there from Bekdash as well. Jongo just getting a little bit tired here to the end of the round, but he's worked hard in it.
Yeah, plenty of resilience, plenty of effort from Jongo, who's not come to lie down. He now gets a chance to sit down. Well, Jongo's lost it 3 times. He has been stopped on 2 of those occasions. But as I said before in the build-up, one of those was against a world-level operator. Otherwise, he was stopped in 6 rounds a couple of years ago by a prospect.
Not looking the freshest in the corner there, is he, Bekdash? I've got to be honest.
Looks the part, Bekdash, doesn't he? He's got cinematic. Looks like he should be a Hollywood hero of some description. Almost in a Marvel comic. Here he is into the 3rd round for the first time in many, many years. And it looks as though Jongo's come with a plan, Barry. He's always circling to the one side there with a looping right hand of his own.
Good body shot there from Bekdash. They're the sort of shots that are going to slow down Jongo.
It's almost been the best punch he's thrown so far. That right hook to the body, he's landed that a few times.
And also you weaken that body. It just takes a little bit of the resistance to the chin as well. A lot of circling here, Jongo, but except for that early right hand, not really letting his hands go. There's one.
Every punch been cheered by the African supporters. Plenty of them have come here tonight to support the fighters from that part of the world, and Jongo rewarding them with a spirited performance thus far.
There's a little bit of a swelling as well underneath the left eye there of Bekdash.
Another right hook to the body though, getting through. 2nd in this round. Landed about half a dozen of them so far tonight.
David Bekdash, he's not really a combination puncher. I mean, when he's been offensive, he's got you on the rails.
Oh, you're
let
right,
his hands go.
That eye really has certainly just sprung up. Nice left hand, and again there from Bekdash. Just pause at the eyes. Underneath the left eye, whether that was one of the big right hands or whether it was heads, but suddenly that is just floured.
Yeah, I think that was one of those big swinging right hands, the early one in the round. Yeah.
You see he's got his eyes on it now as well. Jongo staring intently. And they're going to have to go to work on that. Heads come a bit close together. You can see Bekdash complaining, there's no doubt. I think Jongo's got the big between his teeth. Again, the heads came a little close, and now he's perhaps a little guilty of that, Jongo.
That's good work there from Bekdash, and a nice left hand to finish it off. I think he's boxed quite well in this round. He's been put under pressure a bit, but I don't think Jongo's been too that busy. A lot of walking and threatening.
Posturing. Effectively fighting with one eye. Now Bekdash.
It's got worse since I mentioned it.
He's suddenly just sprung up.
Good shot
looking for the right hook. Misses wildly with the right hand. He didn't do much, but in that round, Bekdash had to scrap and fight and find a way off the back foot, and the corner was somewhat delayed getting that stool in for him. It's his brother and his uncle part of that team, and they're going to have to go to work with the iron now to work on that swelling. You can see the eye closing.
Yeah, that's going to be dramatic work, that is. I think might be this first right hand here. I didn't quite get that on the one that landed there. There's plenty of heads have gone in since the first round. That's been happening there for Jongo, but it might be that right hand there, that swinging right hand that caught him right on the eye. But I thought Bekdash after that got his boxing together quite well. So he's having to fight a different fight than we normally see him in, where he's bullying people. A lot of people about how the eye gets on now, his composure, and how his engine is. That's the most important part.
Well, this is a mental test now, isn't it? And it may become a physical test as well, going rounds that he just simply hasn't done in quite some time. And the referees mentioned to them about their heads. No doubt Jongo was leading with the head a little bit as that round progressed. Whether that caused the injury,
but unless the referee states it, it's irrelevant. If he doesn't state it, then you've got to mark it on as a punch that did the damage.
There was a right hand that you picked up on, Barry, but it looked like it landed on the side, almost round the side of the eye or the head. And does this affect the kind of punches that Bekdash can throw, or just more what he can see?
You don't want to let your left hand go, because you don't want to expose yourself. You don't want to get too close to the target, because you don't want to get any clash of the heads or him to hit or get shot. But also you're blind from a certain angle from that right hand.
The crowd are getting into this now. Every surge from Jongo, even although they're missing, the fans on the far side up on their feet, getting right into it. Just getting a little bit rough and ragged.
Oh. Using the shoulder there.
He thrust up out of that exchange, Bekdash, and may well have used his shoulder. It's getting a bit rough and tumble, isn't it?
That's how he can adapt, and he hasn't though in this round. He hasn't been busy enough here, Bekdash. That's better.
So far, not what was forecast, what was in the script. A couple of cheap shots there, and a big right hand getting through from Jongo as well. Another right hand, he just can't see them coming.
It's that reach, there's the range he's got. I don't think Bekdash can really gauge the range. You're getting caught with that right hand. And now the eye's closing as well. There's going to be momentary blindness when that shot's thrown. That's a better shot on Bekdash, good shot.
That's a solid left, doesn't he? Followed it up with a couple of swiping body shots, Bekdash.
But he's got to be the busier fighter here now.
Well, Jongo's incentivized, no doubt about that. You can see he's got an injured man in front of him. He senses an opportunity. Oohs and ahs every time one of those wild swinging shots hones in on a target, whether it misses or connects. And that's the kind of round that might be slightly harder for the judges to score.
Yeah, I thought Jongo had a good round, to be honest. I do think Bekdash came back into it a little bit with some quality shots, but I don't think he's busy enough. I mean, the third round, I thought he did okay there, Bekdash, but this round here, I know he's going to have to find a different way. He's either going to start pile forward, regardless whether he's hurting Jongo or not, and just try and walk him down and wear him out, and hope a big shot lands. Or do what he's doing now and try and pick up the points. I don't think that's going to work for him this way.
And now Jongo's got the bit between his teeth. He knows he's in with a chance. And he's getting opportunities, particularly with the right hand. So Bekdash has got a Uncle Isham in the corner there, applying the Vaseline. His brother Aboud, part of that team also.
Ridiculous amounts of Vaseline there on the eye of Bekdash.
Big wodge of it above the eye. Again, the heads coming close together as we move into the 5th round.
It's a good jab though there from Bekdash. Straight out of the gate. Maybe try and double that up.
Well, those that were predicting the fights tonight, this is one that I think they were thinking was going to go early, and here we are into round 5.
Well, you had to think that because they got a common opponent who Bekdash knocked out in a round, and he stopped Jongo in 6. So you had to think this is going to be a fight where Bekdash just bullies him and walks through him. Look at shots. He felt out there, Bekdash, and that's he's on his toes. Is testament to that.
Yeah, and he straight after him, Jongo pushes him off too. Jongo maybe starting to feel that he's the boss in there now. Oh, that's a terrific right hook.
But again, that's the shot that he lands, and it's good nights usually.
Lands it again. You could hear the oohs and ahs. That's 2 wicked right hooks there from Bekdash.
Some chin here on Jongo.
Not quite enough to turn things Bekdash's way. Jongo still trying to steam forward.
And missing out here, Jongo's. A good movement there from Bekdash. Nice little roll. And a good response there with a left hand right hook.
And probably, as you said, Barry, with the right hook's been his best punch of the fight so far, but maybe not throwing the left leaves him in a less of a vulnerable position. Again, the heads coming close together. Again, Bekdash complains to the referee. Again, the referee motions him on.
But also, without throwing that left hand, he lacks the fluency in his combinations to throw another shot.
Yeah.
It becomes he's a single punch fighter anyway. That's good there from Bekdash. A little lean back, make him miss, make him pay with the jab.
Great to hear this kind of atmosphere ringside. Just the second Rising Stars boxing night in Abu Dhabi. And Bekdash, courtesy of those 2 big right hooks, a bit more quality in this round.
Yeah, and just been lacked accuracy in this round, hasn't he, Jongo? Again there, swinging with wild.
Yeah, better round for Bekdash, bit of quality, and he managed to avoid some of the punches coming his way as well with head and body movement.
But that eye's an ever worrying problem here, isn't it, for for Bekdash. And again, just seeing the heads coming close there, not quite any damage done, but there's a lovely right hook there from Bekdash. Jongo took tremendously well and still tried to walk forward.
Referee's over in the corner of Bekdash. I think he just wants the doctor to have a look at the eye.
He's going to do a test there, test of sight here, isn't he, to see if he can see what's going on.
Yeah, just double checking the referee, making sure. Actually, it doesn't look like it's any worse than it was a couple of rounds ago.
But it went up so quickly from a little mark to a swelling within sort of 15 seconds. But I don't think it's impeded him too much. I think because I don't think I said about he lacks fluency because you've got to protect that eye so you don't throw the left hand. But I don't think he is that sort of fighter anyway. Because he hasn't had to be, is he? He pummels people. He beats them up.
There was that little period, wasn't it, in the fourth round where it looked like he wasn't seeing the right hands coming.
Yeah.
But apart from that,
I think it's more to do with Jongo's range. Just because he got his arms along and he thinks he's in a safe distance there, Bekdash, and he's not.
he kind of dips in, head low, and then throws the right hand over the top.
Good there from Jongo. Little mistake there from Bekdash.
Well, they both landed punches there, didn't they? But it was Bekdash who ended up on the back foot.
But he tipped his leg, Bekdash, and went forward like he was going to mount an attack and sort of change his mind.
You never know what kind of fight Bekdash expected tonight, Barry, but you have to think this wasn't it. And when you prepare yourself for one thing, it's hard to turn around mentally, isn't it?
Nobody expected this. Oh, good jab there from Jongo as well.
Defences of Bekdash have been a bit better though last round and a
Yeah,
half.
but I still think he's got to be moving forward. He rolls quite well. But it'll take too much energy from him possibly. But if he can come forward and start rolling and firing off the rolls, then I think he, even though he might not be knocking Jongo all over the place like he's used to, he's still working him and wearing him down, beating him up.
Again, head a little low there from Jongo. Big right hand from him though, over the top. That's been the punch he's been looking for all night. Imagine what the parents are thinking ringside. First time they've seen their son fight live, they see him marked up. Just a little too close to do any quality work.
Oh, good shot.
Right hand from Jongo. Again, he's been pushing Bekdash off whenever he's had an opportunity. He's using pure, rugged, brute strength, Jongo. Jongo, I think, is happy with his night's work so far, and now it's going to get even harder down the stretch.
That's a lovely little right uppercut, then a straight right hand off it there from Jongo. And again, then that's the shot that's causing the only problem, that right hand. He throws from so far out and fully commits to it. You should be able to see it and roll underneath it, and that should be an opportunity for you to land. But whether it's because of the closed eye or just Bekdash is not really used to do that, to be more a defensive fighter. He's for the most part, if he doesn't lean back and make him miss, he has to take the full brunt of it. And then once Jongo lands with that shot, that gives him that lease of life to want to follow on with the attacks. And again in that round, he was trying to be quite bullish, wasn't he? And push Bekdash back.
into round 7 of 8 then. This is uncharted territory for Mohammad Bekdash. All through the night, Jongo's been at least giving Bekdash the sense that nothing's troubled him. Oh, a nice short right hook that was from Bekdash on the run.
But he's just allowing Jongo too much confidence. Just allowing him to come forward. I think, even if you can knock him out, but you're still physically strong enough to push him back with the shots and just get close to him. Because there's big long reach, you're going on the range of that long right hand every time. And he isn't boxing awful, Bekdash. He's shown he can box a bit better than I thought, actually. I just thought he was just a walk forward, knock you outside guy, but he's shown a bit of fleet-footedness relatively. But I do think that, if he comes forward and just gets that little bit of a dip and a roll in his work, that he can do a job here on Jongo.
It's kind of in the pattern it is now, though, and has been for a while, and that is Jongo coming forward. Head low, right hand over the top, pushing, mauling, trying to use his strength and his will to unsettle Bekdash.
Didn't land that shot.
There's not been the less of the potential drama and scare for Bekdash that there was a few rounds back.
That's a good shot there from Bekdash.
Nice shot. Short left hook to the body there from Bekdash, who I think now is content to work on the back foot, pick his shots, box his way to a win. And in truth, Jongo's often missing, isn't he?
Yeah, no, I see there then. Jongo's shots are wide, and the combination through the middle from Bekdash all landed.
There's a kind of constant pressure, but there's not always a result.
No, but again, this is what the impression is like. You know what I mean? You don't want the guy to come forward. That should be irrelevant, of course. Just because we thought Bekdash was going to walk through and he's not, doesn't mean he's losing some of these rounds that I think he's winning.
Nice left hand to the body there from Bekdash. And again, largely this round he has made Jongo miss. Jongo prowling, pursuing, but not really getting much result.
No, I thought that was a good round for Bekdash. Again, he's not doing anything we thought he would do or could do, but I thought he boxed quite sensible there. I still rather than come forward, I really would. I think he should have done that from the offset, even though he didn't have success. He thought he'd knock him out in the first round like we all did, and he didn't do that, so he changed tact all of a sudden. And I just think, before the eye went up, that was, by the way, and I just think, just because you're not knocking him out don't mean you can't beat him up and get the results in round 6, 7 or 8. Yeah. But he hasn't done the groundwork now to get that. He's going to need that big one shot. And I don't think that's going to happen. So now, Jongo's going to come out like a bull out of the gate. We know that. How's Bekdash going to react to that?
Same as he did in that 7th round, probably.
Yeah, but I think the energy will be greater in this round than it was in that last round, because you can see the finishing line. So doing what he did in the round 7, Bekdash, might not be enough, and he might need this round to win the fight.
Not even discussed the cards yet, but we didn't think they were going to be necessary. It looks like that is going to be the case. What's your feeling as we go into the 8th, Barry?
I think he might have done enough here, Bekdash, but the whole impression will be that Jongo's done the better work, because the bigger moments have been his. But I think there's been a few rounds where he's been stalking and threatening, but not actually letting the punches go effectively enough.
And you might have even like the 5th round where Bekdash landed those 2 big right hooks, and those are almost like round-winning punches.
Yeah, but also, either way, you've got to come out and win this round, both of you. I would feel that much.
Either way, there's been a bit more composure, quality and technique to the work of Bekdash through the last couple of rounds, and that there was that when the eye first flared up, there probably was a bit of panic for about a round or so.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, just see a lovely 1-2 there from Bekdash, again making Jongo miss, coming back with nice straight counters. And for him now, it's just about keeping the hands up now, keep the composure. And just trying to stay as busy as he can here now, Bekdash. Nick this round, you won the fight.
He's made Jongo miss an awful lot more. Just clip him a couple of times with counter shots. And almost just looking to score punches, Bekdash, through the last couple of rounds.
You see that left hand there, see that shot didn't land, he blocked it, and the forearm hit the gloves, not the glove. But from a different part of the venue, it'll look like he landed the shot. And also, he's the one constantly coming forward here.
Well, he's been coming forward all night, Jongo, no doubt about that. There he did land a right hand, but he was clipped in return by Bekdash with an eye-catching shot.
Yeah, disappointing there for Jongo because he lands a good shot and then just stays there, admires his work and gets caught with a left hook of his own.
Real focus from Bekdash. This has been a real test for him. This has been a set of circumstances that he probably couldn't have imagined that he's had to overcome. I actually think he's boxed well, 7th and 8th rounds, Bekdash.
No, he has, he's boxed well.
Again, that wild right hand has been the hope, the Hail Mary shot, hasn't it, all night.
Good shot there from Jongo again.
Sweat and the spray from both men sent into the cool night air here in Abu Dhabi as we come towards the end of 8 rounds. Who'd have forecast this? Who'd have thought it? Nice left hand right at the end from Bekdash. And there's a stare between the two. And that was one for the caption competition, Barry.
Yeah, it was. But listen, it wasn't the fight we thought we were going to see. Nowhere near the fight we thought we were going to see. Just on form alone, we thought that Bekdash would maybe get a jump on him early, and Jongo might freeze or be overawed or more than that, just knocked out cold. But he showed the resilience that we weren't quite sure he had. And Bekdash, in the early rounds, showed that he was maybe one-dimensional in his thought process, because then he didn't really have a second plan to what to do. But he did adapt after that, though. He started to think, oh, I got a box over here, and showed that in stages he can box quite neatly. And I think that, for me, was what's got him over the line.
In fact, if it had started like that, it might have been a very different night. And the cheers you hear on the far side, well, there you can see almost wild celebrations from Jongo, saluting the crowd on the far side. And they're responsive of the effort that he's put in, and he's made the fight tonight.
Listen, who knows what the scorecards are going to say here, because he was the one coming forward. He landed with the bigger shots in the fight, to be honest, or the more effective shots, I would say. I mean, Bekdash landed with bigger shots, but they had no effect on Jongo. That was the problem.
I think all the quality came from Bekdash. I thought he comfortably took the last 2 rounds anyway, and
yeah, that should be enough.
With some of the
I
early,
think so, yeah.
I thought the 5th with the 2 right hands, so that's 3. But we'll see. Luckily, not our job. Let's get the result from those that do.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 8 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge David Irving scored the contest 78-74, while judges Mike Hale and Gary Kitanowski scored the contest 77-75, all for your winner by unanimous decision. And still undefeated, Syria by way of Bayern, Germany.